What's happening, guys? Welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to be installing some TN hood dampeners, I guess you'd call them. I'm going to be, as I'm starting to go through my garage and stuff like that, I'm starting to find a lot more stuff that I bought for the car but never fitted. These I bought over a year ago, so it's about time we get them on there. Who is TN? Well, basically, in short form, TN is a Japanese automotive accessory company that generally specializes in suspension, whether they be shocks, shock absorbers and springs, all the way through to coilovers. They're pretty well known for their coilovers on most JDM cars. Their signature color is green, and they've got like a little mascot thing as well that they use. But that's basically who they are. I'm sure most of you, if you're watching this channel, you would know who they are. They're not a very well-known brand nowadays, but they're there. So if you guys remember me saying that there was damage to the car that hadn't been fixed the last time I went in to get fixed, this is it. So you can see my radiator shroud is cracked. The fan is cracked not only in one part but another part too, which is really dangerous because under high boost you'd assume it would probably fly off. Now this is what gave me the idea. A while ago I saw these pictures online and I thought, wow, imagine having to be able to access your engine without having to have that stick up, and the bonnet is very heavy. It may not be for you guys, but at the moment I'm struggling with my health, and just the ability to be able to lift up my bonnet without having to struggle is a lot, means a lot to me. So here's the car now. You can see the stick there holding it up, but basically we've got one bolt there that's a 10mm that we're going to be taking out and installing a little ball joint, and then the top frame, or the top of the bonnet hinge, is where we're going to be mounting the other. So it's not a terribly too difficult process, or I say that, but for me it was, because I'm not really great with my fine motor skills at the moment. But in terms of the hardware you're going to be needing, this is it here. So there's nothing really to it. You've got your bonnet damper there, and it comes with 4 ball joints. 2 are located on the guards, or the wings, the front wings of the car, and the other 2 attached to the bonnet hinge. So it's not overly too complicated. There is one specific thing that I struggled with. Is there's 2 little clips, but I'll show you them shortly. So pretty much in essence, I want to make it so I can access my engine whenever, not just depending on how strong I feel for the day. So it's relatively simple. I'm using a driver for sake of ease for myself, but basically that's a 10mm bolt there, and that just pulls out. Now if we go and have a look at what the size of the actual bolt that we're going to be putting in there, they're virtually the same size, not far off anyway. So you know that it's going to be what that nut was originally used for, or bolt was originally used for, is going to be holding down what it needs to anyway. So that fits in there with relative ease, and honestly it's pretty simple. Now for you guys it'll probably be a lot more simpler for you than it will be for me, because I'm using one hand, number one, and number 2, it got a bit fiddly towards the end, and I'll explain to you why that happened. So basically this is the hardware here, and it looks pretty simple, but if you look up here, there's little pins that you need to insert once you've put the ball joint in, and I tried so many times to do this, but I struggled even with 2 hands. It just wasn't working for me, unfortunately. So I had to basically take them out, and I was gonna try and do it off the car and then put them on the car, which I know is a bit of a backwards kind of way of doing it, but I had to try and obviously make it work, which we did. So this is the one side. Once the ball joints are in there, basically it bolts straight up to it, and you've got to lift the bonnet up a little bit in order to get them in. Like I said, this was difficult because I wasn't able to put the pins in when the ball joints were attached to the car, which you will be able to. So you'll find it a lot easier than what I did. now we're going to do the second side, and then I guess the moment of truth will happen. But that side's on and it looks fairly firm and stable. It will not hold up the bonnet with just one, I can assure you of that. I learned that the hard way. I moved the stick and it didn't come down really hard, but it came down hard enough. So now is the moment where we check to see whether it's worked. Everything's all bolted up now, and let's take a look. And as you can see, basically no strength required. It just goes up with ease, and it actually lifts the bonnet a bit higher, which gives you more clearance to be able to work on the car. I'm really happy with it. It's going to help me a lot, being able to get in and out of my engine, but also working on things. And as you can see, they don't look too bad either. I'll put a link in the description so you guys can purchase your own set if you want. I got mine from eBay from a guy, but I think he doesn't sell them anymore from when I looked to see when I actually purchased them. So I'll find some other ones and have a look. But I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Like I said, it's a pretty simple mod, and I know a lot of people are going to get some good use out of this. For something that's only about $100, definitely worth it in my opinion. But yeah, as always, guys, thanks for viewing and watching, and take care.